Hi everybody, good afternoon, welcome back to the channel. My name is Jason Sebastian. This is Butterfly Square Garden, a place where you can be free to be yourself. So as you can see, we've got a couple butterflies that are already mounted on the board and pinned with a couple slices of, it's just like loose leaf paper. I have some old ones already pre-sliced. I have scissors. If I need to make any adjustments, we've got our pin cushion. We've got some paddle nose tweezers and I guess needle nose tweezers. And then we also have a butterfly, which sadly died today. Celebration, I don't know. Celebrating moving into the next realm, but as you can see, it looks like a normal dead butterfly. I don't really have any, it really didn't even get beat up much, so I guess it was just its time. So the first thing that I do is you got to get it face down. Kind of got to open it up a little bit and then press it down like that. And then I pin down one side. Ooh, now he's off center. That's really not good, but at least we got him face down a little bit. You know, we're trying to work it to get it flatter. It doesn't have to be perfect. Gonna get a couple pins ready. Couple more pins ready. So what do you want from a good pinning? So you want to have a nice little V, like the top wings go about horizontal and then, or parallel, you know. We want up with the body and sideways with the wings, and this little V in between the top and the bottom wing, and then the antenna you want to go out forwards in a little fork. So hopefully there's no glare and you can see what I'm talking about. So I'm gonna undo one side, see if I can push him into the middle. All right, now that's exactly where I want them to be. Now I can work on flattening them out. So this isn't the best video, I know, because you guys can't see much of what I'm doing, but I'm just kind of talking and showing you how long this actually takes me to do. I have a couple better videos of me pinning stuff back when I had 2 cameras. Maybe I can get the webcam to work again and set that up because I have a new phone, so maybe I can set that up again. But I need I need new equipment. So I've got the head in place, I've got the antennas in place. Now I'm gonna go on either side of the abdomen, make sure nothing is stuck. Okay, so now I've got a kind of pin in place. If you see it in like a museum, they'll have a pin go right through the abdomen. And that's like not really what I want to do. I want to preserve the body as much as I can So I'm going to pull up one wing. There we go, that's perfect. That's right where I want it. I'm going to use another piece of paper to pin it down in the corner. It's better to go top, top, bottom, bottom. Does that make sense? So now I'm lifting up, very carefully lifting. The other side. As high as I can get it. And then pin down where I can without disturbing the rest of where I'm gonna go. That one was really high, but that's okay. Now I'm lifting the bottom wing. I know you can't see, that's why I'm just saying what I'm doing. Lifted the bottom wing until it got to that little V. Pinned it down. I want the body to be closer to the ground. So I'm going to just kind of force it. Lucky I have all these pins ready. Now the bottom, just realigning the butt so the butt's in a straight line. Yeesh. That's pretty good. Now I'm just gonna raise this bottom wing until there's a little V. But be ready with a piece of paper, because we're gonna pin that sucker down. See, this is better to do with tracing paper because you can actually see what you're doing. All right, now I'm gonna get another one and just flatten it down as much as I possibly can without messing up what I just did. So this is really an art because butterflies are not easy to pin. Ooh. I gotta say, I like the way this one came out though. Ta-da! You totally can't see because I have loose leaf instead of tracing paper. So I guess I'm gonna order some tracing paper. Wow, can you see it? Can you even see what I did? So, you know, it's never a happy, I mean, I don't really, how do you talk about death? It was a good butterfly. It got to live among its kind in joy, and it got lots of, hopefully it found the nectar. I see there's someone on the nectar right now. So it had lots of food and nectar. It had milkweed in its life, and it's had its brothers and sisters and lots of space. So you are a inspiration, and getting through your caterpillar life, you know, that's a whole other life all on its own. The pupating stage, wowee, that's just something magical right there. So thank you for being in our life, and you will join the rest in being immortalized, or I don't know, your forever home. When you dry out, ooh. When you dry out, we've got some petri dishes. Let's see, would you even fit in here? Some of them are so big that I need a really big petri dish, which is wet. That shouldn't be wet. Why is that wet? Long, good thing I put my certificate in plastic because I wouldn't want anything to happen to it. And I found another butterfly raising certificate, but this is from like the kids thing. And I did have to buy butterflies. That's from the Painted Ladies, but this is for monarchs. So I almost brought this downstairs and put it in the living room. I also have this one on the wall. I have a really nice one that I made for my sisters, like as for a wedding present. But we've got lots of Painted Ladies, again, in the resin. I've been collecting, this is a whole bag of sage. And I have more sage over here, and I have more downstairs for the harvest. I don't want to run downstairs, otherwise I'd show you. But I'll add a picture. So what else? These babies were in the freezer overnight. I showed you that yesterday. They were in the freezer, so I took them out. I'm gonna let them dry for the rest of the day. And then at night, I'm going to put them in either this size petri dish or the bigger one. I've been collecting the tips of the wings. I don't know, it's like a nice little thing to see. It's kind of like my flowers. So at least because again, I'm not going to glue all of them together. It's bad enough to do that with the antenna and the heads if the head falls off. So that's that. And then in the refrigerator, we have all the butterflies. There's like 30 of them from 2 years ago. And I started this whole process maybe 3 years ago. We've got some chrysalis caterpillars pupating, and I just changed out the old food for the new food. So you can, I switched the levels. That one was on top, but this guy is J hanging, and his head was resting on the floor next to the poop. I'm like, why would you choose there? But I don't know, maybe he's sick, who knows? But he's hanging, he's doing fine right now. And the rest of them, you can see this guy is chomping on a fresh piece of butternut squash. And I'm gonna close that in a second. I showed you guys my petri dish of eggs. Well, that started hatching. So that is where the eggs are right now. And then I'm gonna show you caterpillars eating milkweed in the milkweed enclosure. We started out with like 16 or 17, but I don't know, they're dropping off. So I don't know if it's because of the end of the season and they just don't really work the same way, or if there was like some sort of bacteria. I don't think there was a virus, and I don't think that they have OE because the pupas aren't getting the black spots. They're just turning brown, which is like, it says a bacteria. So for whatever reason, some are doing well and some are not, you know? And I don't know if that's the story of life. Let's show you some butterflies flying before my phone dies. Wow! We've got so many healthy butterflies. Ooh, let's get zip, zip. Let's show some butterflies feeding, because that's like my favorite. Drinking nectar. Oh man, this guy just flew out. Ay, ay, ay. Let's help him back in. I'm just pushing him from behind. And now, there you go. Back inside, little baby. So we've got, this one is drinking nectar, and he's an old butterfly. No, she's an old butterfly. So the older ones definitely know how to use the little nectar reservoir micropuddle. We've got lots of eggs on all over the leaves. And I don't see any black specks on them, and that's when the butterfly would leave like little black specks on the eggs, and that's OE. So this guy, he was alive, he's still alive, but he's barely, look at that. You think he's dead, but they're not. This is a beautiful butterfly feeding over here. The reservoirs were like almost empty, like they were all at the bottom. So I filled them up this morning. And by fill, I mean I'll fill it like 2/3 because I don't want it splashing. But they're like literally drinking it all. So this guy too, he's on his last legs. All of the healthy ones are like all and young, like they all mingle up there. And then the old babies, they, you know, gravity does its work. Sometimes they get stuck on stuff. But everyone's doing fine. No one's fighting. There was a fight earlier. I don't know. I didn't narrate it, but I stopped an older video because they were fighting and I had to break them up. So that happens. Okay. I have a lot of video footage to upload, so I'm gonna spend like the whole day dumping videos on you guys. Ooh, I have to go close the caterpillar net. Okay, well, these guys, they try to fly, but they can't, so they just bounce around on the ground. So whatever it takes, dude, for you to feel alive. Wow, there's a lot of butterflies drinking over here and over here. These things work so well. This is like, I should patent this and sell it because I am officially trademarking the butterfly micropuddle. I'm trademarking it. This is the best thing I've ever used ever. And it took me like 3 years of my brain smoking in order to develop it. And I should, just because it's so easy now, I shouldn't forget what it took to get here. Granted, it's on the floor, so if this was outside, like other ants and stuff could get to it. This is strictly for an indoor net. Butterfly. This guy's just hanging out. Just drinking. Okay. Wow, what a pretty butterfly. So cool. Anyways, that's what's been going on. Always make sure you zip closed. Hold it with your toe while you zip it closed. Oh, they're so pretty. It's been a lot. It's been a lot of work this season. It's getting cold at nighttime, but it was really hot today. So, all right. These guys are going in Petri dishes tonight, so I'm gonna have more. We're gonna be overflowing. I wish I could cover all of the walls. Look how bare the walls are. This could be the butterfly house. Anyways, look, I left that open and no one ran away. Okay. Love you guys. Don't forget to plant host plants. Native milkweed. Bye.